Assalamualaikum and good morning everyone. My name is Alifakhri bin Alimudin and today I'm gonna representing my group 4, in doing the presentation about biological oxygen demand 5 and Vandon water sampler. The content of these presentations are firstly the introduction, and later I will show you the video demonstration of how we collect our sample. After that, I'm gonna show you the BOD5 data analysis. After that, we're gonna see the problem we faced as we were doing this experiment. And lastly, I will give the conclusion on our experiment. Firstly, we're gonna go into the introduction. So biological oxygen demand 5, or as we call it BOD5. BOD5 refers to the amount of dissolved oxygen needed by microbes to break down organic material present in a given water sample at a certain temperature over a specific time period. In this experiment, as we call it BOD5, the time period is 5 days and the temperature is constant temperature room, which is 27 degrees Celsius. So the list of material needed is BOD5 bottle, an aluminium foil, and a DO-meter. Next, we're going to talk about the Vandon water sampler. The Vandon water sampler allows samples to be taken at a different water depth. The horizontal design of the bottle make it ideal for sampling in stratified water or area with predominant current. Next, we're going to see the video demonstration on our field trips when we collect the data. So as you can see from the video that we just showed, after taking the BOD5 sample, we brought it back to the lab. And after leaving it for 5 days in a constant temperature cabinet, we take the DO reading 3 more times and calculate our result. The result can be seen on the table right now. So as you can see from the table, and by using the formula BOD5 equals to D1, which is the ohmmeter initial reading in day 1, minus day 5 reading, divided by the total volume of water. So with this, we can calculate the BOD5 reading. But as you can see from the calculation that I made, the final value is negatives. And now I'm gonna explain why does this happen. In research and experiment, it is inevitable to encounter errors and problems. And while we're doing this research, the problem that we encountered are the sample that were taken in the field were disturbed by air bubble that was stuck in the bottle. And despite being placed in a cooler box, the temperature swings on the boat and the field are still affecting the samples. And the constant movement of the bottle while we're on the boat and on our way back in the bus may cause the sample to shake, therefore affecting the oxygen supply in the sample bottle. And finally, since the DO-meter probe can enter the bottle opening, the water sample need to be poured out into a beaker first. This may affect the oxygen supply because when we pour out the water sample into the beaker, the water become in contact with open air. So the oxygen may goes into the water and affect our reading. So this is why the reading of our BOD5 turns into negative and the DO, the dissolved oxygen in the water samples increases. And finally, the conclusion. In this field trip, we conducted the biological oxygen demand experiment and gained experience in handling the Vandon water sampler. Even though we encountered multiple problems during this experiment, we still managed to learn from our mistakes and be prepared to avoid them in the future. To prevent mistakes like air bubble entering the sample bottle of BOD5, we need to fully submerge it in the water and close the bottle while inside the water. Other than that, we also need to handle the bottle carefully to ensure the bottle did not move very much. We also have to ensure that the BOD5 bottle sample is handled quickly to prevent any trouble such as hot temperature and sunlight that affect the collected water samples. And that is all from me. Thank you very much for watching. Like, subscribe, share, and thank you.